Mazel Tov to Rafi and Mrs. Zemmel. They had the birth of a granddaughter last week.
Mazel Tov.
You should dance with vigor at her chasna, and I invite my grandchildren from her.
Amen.
State, I want to go back for a moment. Yaakov says to Yosef, I took this from the Amori with my cherev and my keshes and my bow. That's a very interesting consideration. That Yaakov, of course, says he fought and defeated the enemy. He took it, and this is Shechem, and the city of Shechem, and now he's giving it over to Yosef. Now the Targum says, what is cherev and what is the bow of the keshes? It's a bit sulusi ubausi. With my prayer, sulusi ubausi, and with my requests, my supplications. Now we understand that the Targum is not merely a dictionary that he explains words. The Targum gives us the tochen, it gives us the inner meaning of the words. That means that cherev has the word sword has an inner meaning. That is prayer. And keshes, the bow, has an inner meaning, and that is request, supplication. That's personal prayer as opposed to standardized prayer. The concept is this. Of course, when Yaakov went out to fight, he went out with bows, with arrows, with swords, whatever was necessary, and the enemy is defeated. And that's what happens with all of us. We have now, even in Eretz Yisrael, an IDF. We have an army. They go out with all that's necessary. There's an iron dome. There's a stealth fighter. All that's necessary they use. But in truth, we understand that what is the underpinning? What is there that really makes all of this effective and offers protection for Yaakov's time and our time now for our own soldiers and everyone else and everybody really who lives here? Amongst all of our neighbors. It's the fact is that it is sulusi ubiusi. It is our prayer and our request of a Kadosh. That is the tochen. That is the inner meaning of all of us. Now, Kadosh Baruch Hu doesn't make miracles, open miracles, because that would negate the idea of Bechira. The man would then be limited in his freedom of choice. Periodically, we do have these things, but the fact is, for the most part, no. We have to use the tools of this world. But that's the idea. We should understand, and that's what the Targum is coming for, to understand that Charbi Ukashti, my sword and my arrow and my bow, that is Sulusi Burusi. The decision, the victory was already decided before they even reached the battlefield. It was decided through prayer. Once that went, then the battle was held, and whatever occurred after that. That is the concept. The Beis HaLevi is a very, this week's Parsha, is a very well-known Beis HaLevi, and it speaks about the fact by Yaakov Melech Chodosh, and a new king arrived. And the Targum says that since you were mechadish, a new avoda to the Jewish people, then I'm going to bring a melech who is going to be mechadish his decrees. He's going to enact new decrees. You have a new service. I'm going to give you a king who makes new decrees. Now, the background to this is as follows. The Jews realized, or I would say the Ivrim realized, that there was going to be a long and bitter golus. And they thought, says the Beis HaLevi, that the best way to be able to deal with this exile in Egypt would be to be closer to the Egyptians. Because if they didn't feel estranged from us, if they didn't feel apart from us and distant from us, they would treat us better. And therefore, what did they do? So the simple understanding is they ceased the mitzvah of bris milah, because it said they were mevatel. They were mefer. They were mefer the bris. Now, the Beis Halevi says, without a doubt, it does not mean that they stopped doing the mitzvah of bris. The mitzvah of bris was really essentially the most, at that point, the Torah had not been given. This was their mitzvah. Plus the fact that you see that we continue to call them my people, Ami, my servants. So without a doubt, they would not be considered my servants and my nation if they really had ceased performing that so very, very, very major mitzvah. What they really did was following the bris. They had a bris. But what they did is they then pushed the skin up. The remaining skin that was there, not the oil. The oil was removed, but there's skin that comes back after the oil is cut off. They pushed it up so that it covered the bris itself, and therefore they were made for briso shel Avram Avinu. Now the fact is this: the Mishnah Nova says that a person who is mefer, he nullifies the mitzvah of bris milah ein lo chelik le'olam haba. That's talking, however, to a person who would do that just out of disdain for the mitzvah, contempt for the mitzvah. This was not the situation over here. Here was, they loved the Kadosh Baruch Hu. They wanted to do the mitzvah, but they felt, listen, what can we do?